know this is pretty late. I know it's like 10:15, so just curious if anybody actually wants to hop on the live with me. Let's get that down here. All right. Hopefully everybody had a great day today, Sunday. I had a busy one myself. I'm actually going to be going to Texas tomorrow. I've already got my load in my driveway, actually. I'll be stopping just on the border of Arkansas, Texas, near Texarkana, around there, depending on time and all that. But I'll be there tonight. And yeah, let's see here. Wolfinator Cards, you did not have a good night because Brady lost. Oh, dear. Oh, man. Tom Brady. What a guy. Hope he keeps losing. No. Yep. All right. In the future, I am wanting to have some more I can't even think of the word, planned out live streams. But for tonight, I don't have anything planned out. So if you guys want to chat it up, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what's going on. And we'll get going here. I'm not going to be up too late, but definitely up here for a little bit here. Again, sorry. I usually have a video going out Thursdays and then Sundays, and I don't make that official. But this I had other plans that kind of got in the way, so I was not able to get that up Thursday. I put it up Friday, and then I've got the video that was supposed to go today. I have not finished editing that, so that'll go live tomorrow, probably tomorrow at noon, sometime like that, and be able to get that on there. Paul said, just come and say hey. All right, Wolfinator Cards. Have a great night, man. Catch you later. Paul says, what kind of DOT logs do you use? So I use the app Keep Trucking. That is my electronic logs. Oops, let's do that. Been using those for a while. Started off with paper logs. My handwriting is so bad. It's so terrible. I've had some DOT officers question me and say, hey, what is this? I can't even read this. So I as soon as I felt comfortable with it, I switched over to Keep Trucking. I got it set up through Synergy. I just typed in their name, all the DOT, all that information pops up, and you get to connect it, and they're able to sync that with me. So I'm able to send them my logs straight from the app. They can pull my logs because I've connected to I've given them access to my logs. Makes it really easy. So yeah, that's the DOT logs that I use. Keep Trucking. I do want to at some point go through those things, but those are logs. Talking through that stuff, that is extremely specific information, and there can be it depends on your situation, what's going on. So I want to be very careful. I don't want to give out misinformation or mislead you by, if I use one word but you think it means something else. I don't want to go down too far with that. But yeah, I use Keep Trucking. Demetrius came in late. Good to see you, bro. Hey, man. Good to see you. Yep. Just hopping on here. Started at 10:15. Just wanted to see if anybody was even up this late, getting ready for the next week. I know I said at the beginning, I've got my load going to Texas already in my driveway. pulled that on Saturday, and I will be leaving tomorrow in the morning, and I'll be getting to the bottom of Arkansas essentially, and then I'll be going to 2 or 3 hours just inside Texas. I know that seems a little 2 or 3 hours just going into Texas, but Texas is huge. So, so yeah. Chris Moore, what's going on, man? Oh, Paul, sorry about that. Paul, yes, on my phone. I use it on my phone. Yep. Chris Moore, what's going on? Hello, hope you were well. Say hi to Texas for me. All right, man. Will do. Man, I honestly have not been to Texas. I have not been to Texas in a long time. The last time I was in Texas, I did I was there every week for like almost 2 months. I just straight had consistent Texas loads. It was ridiculous. I had, I think it was like 1,300 miles a piece. And I did one of those trips every week because that's more than enough to pay my bills. 1,300 miles loaded. I could have done even more for sure, but I just didn't. But yeah, Mike, hey man, do you ever do drive away? No, I haven't. I have not done drive away. I know just one person who did start in drive away, eventually got his truck, and then did tow away for a while, for years. I wish I had more information on drive away stuff. I could probably give you some guesses, but real specifics, I don't have those. Maybe somebody in the comments could point you in the right direction for further stuff for drive away. Brad, what's going on, man? Glad to have you with us. All right. This was evening. All right, man. Good to have you, True. Chris says, Waco is my home. Steer clear, lots of construction. Okay. Gotcha, Chris. I don't think I'll be going through Waco. Where is Waco? No, I'm forgetting. That's bottom. Yeah. I don't think I'll be going through there, but yeah, Texas, they do not play games with their construction. They are serious about it. Besides Indiana tearing stuff up, or Ohio, on 80, that is like the eternal construction zone where nothing ever gets done, but the construction zones move, and you don't actually see anything ever happen. Like, it's just crazy. Oh man. Man, south of Fort Worth on 35. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely not going through Waco. Not going through Fort Worth. So, yeah, I will definitely steer clear of that. Yeah. Man, so let me ask you guys a question in the chat here. So we've got 10, 11 people. Where are you going to this week? And are you wanting to do 1 or 2 loads this week? Or are you already dispatched on more than one for this week? Let me know in the comments down below what you guys are doing this week. I'm going to be doing just this Texas load, and then I may do like a day trip to like St. Louis or somewhere in Missouri, maybe PA, maybe New York, something like that. Just that's a little bit more than a day trip for me all the way around to get back to my house. But yeah. Ohio is definitely the worst. You ain't kidding, man. Oh, my word. West Virginia at Beckley's always under construction. Yeah, Brad. I'm in Middlebury picking up in morning for St. Augustine, Florida. Okay. Going to Florida. Man, I have not seen – I don't know what it is, if it's just me or if it's Synergy, but I have not seen a Florida run that's not CDL going to Texas in so long. I don't really have any great desire to go down to Florida, but man, I haven't seen a Florida run in a while. Everywhere else, though, everywhere else. Yeah. Also, anybody else who's with Synergy in the chat, I've had a few people reach out to me, and I'm sorry. I'll try to find those messages and get back to you guys. But people who are commenting on some of my videos asking about what's going on with Synergy's loads. What's going on? We had a whole bunch of loads for quite a while now, and things have kind of dropped off. The load board is a lot less. The actual yards are somewhat less. There's still quite a few loads that we have in the yards. And, you know, as time goes on, they release more and more loads because they can't be able to. Some of the loads aren't able to be delivered until a certain day, so they don't even put on the load board for some time. Excuse me. But you know, with this mileage increase, and this is kind of a hint to another video coming out in the near future, is you know, we have this large pay increase, which attracts more and more drivers. And when you do that, the demand is high, and then you're going to try to match it with the supply of drivers to meet that need. And generally what happens, especially in this industry, in the RV transporting industry, that generally means that we go way past. So we have the demand slowly comes down as time goes on, as there's more and more drivers continuing to hop on who are available to supply and take care of that need. And so our load boards, probably across the board, are slowly, you know, dwindling down because that large demand, that need has been met, and it is slowly coming down. Now, also on the same side of it, we have manufacturers. I believe Keystone is one of them, that they are having part issues. They don't have the parts that they need from who knows where they're coming from, probably China, probably all over the place. They don't have the parts to actually put these trailers together. So they're just kind of twiddling their thumbs, not able to do what they need to do to get these trailers pumped out. So, you know, there's two sides of it. We've got, you know, the actual trailers being slowed down because of being built. And then we've got a boatload of people coming in because the flash and the shiny thing with 40 cents more per mile than normal is in front of everybody's face. And so, and likewise, being encouraged to go drive even more because you're going to get paid a ridiculous amount of money more. That's enticing for every driver who's already been on the road. Go ahead and work a little harder. Go pull in some more money. You know, nothing wrong with that. But you know, that supply and demand and the actual the economics of the whole thing, this stuff, it can turn on a dime. Things can dry up fast. The demand can jump up fast. The supply can jump, you know, high as well. So, anyways, just trying to address that a little bit. I'm going to have a video kind of talking more into detail on that, talking through it a lot better. So, so yeah. So here we always have them. Brad, okay, so you always have Florida loads. Awesome. Mike, your thoughts of truck leasing versus owning? Man, I have not done a lease myself. You know, enterprise, I'm sure it depends. You know, my situation is I want to learn how to do all these things on my truck. I want to buy all the tools because they're going to last for forever. I want to learn. I want to have that knowledge so I can do it for myself, but help other people out, save money in the long term. But depending on your case, depending on your situation, it might be that you need not the headache of actually, you know, being on the side of the road, twiddling your thumbs, you know, wondering, what do I do now? I'm certain that there are probably even, you know, older couples or people who are retired who would just say, hey, I want to not have to worry about any of this stuff. It's worth it to me to make a little bit less probably, and have somebody else's problem. It's not my problem to deal with. So depending on your situation, if you're a go-getter, if you want to learn, having your own truck, has its advantages as well, where in a certain amount of years, whatever deal you get, it's going to be paid off. And essentially what you need to do after that is keep that maintenance fund, pumping. But essentially for you to have that truck, have the title in hand and keep making those same truck payments towards your savings account or whatever, to where you're preparing for the next vehicle. So then you'll be even ahead, as long as hopefully that vehicle lasts as long as possible, but you'll be ahead of the game for that next truck. You'll have that monster down payment where or maybe you don't even, depending on the situation, even have to have a loan through that. So leasing versus owning a truck, my personality, where I'm at, what I'm doing is I would rather own. I think over the long term you'll make more money, or you'll keep more of your money. If you're someone who says, I don't want to do any maintenance, I don't want to do any repairs, I have no intention of learning anything, I want somebody else to make this stuff work, and then I just turn the key and go. I feel like if I was that person, leasing might be a little bit more appetizing, or a little more whatever, to go that route instead, because if you're not in it for the headaches and you just want to go and just let somebody else deal with the problems, leasing would be the way to have the least amount of headaches. I know you can still have them. You're still on the side of the road. You're still, whatever. But as far as the actual downtime with that, if you're able to just call and say, hey, give me another truck, and hopefully they can, you're back out on the road and you're making money, while the guy who owns the truck may be saying, I don't know how to figure this out, or how am I going to pay for this bill, or, there's a lot of things. So that's a pretty big question, Mike. But for me, I'm an owning kind of person for this. Chris says, I'm in Waverly, Nebraska, going to Oklahoma tomorrow. Still driving for CFI. Still need to finish putting my new truck together before I can make the switch. Gotcha, Chris. Okay. All right, man. Yeah. What company you're planning on going with? Let's see here. Let's see. We've got 11 people here. Anything else anybody wants to talk about? I didn't have anything planned. If you're just joining in now, I just kind of shared. I'm going to be going to Texas tomorrow morning, going down through Arkansas, and that's probably one of my most traveled routes. Getting on, 57, 55, if I said that in the right order, and then hitting 40, Little Rock, and then 30, and I've traveled those roads probably the most, still more than probably the east. The last couple of years I've been going east a lot more, but man, that going down to Texarkana near there, that's kind of been my jam for the first while, first couple of years of driving. Mike says, so you have been doing this for a while. When do you anticipate the seasonal slowdown? So Mike, yeah, I've been doing it for 4 years. For me, at Synergy, again, even company to company can be slightly different. They might have a larger reserve of trailers. They might have, there's many factors on that, but, July should have been a slow season, slow down time. The middle of July, the 2 weeks in the middle of July should have been the, oh dear, what's going on type of a thing, where people on Facebook groups, are saying, does anybody else have trailers? Because I'm going to quit with this company and hop over to that company if they have trailers. And every year I see that, every year. And what ends up happening, thank you, Kara. That's my girlfriend, everybody. But anyways, the really from after July, what happens is after July, I believe that's the time where they actually do the refitting. I get it mixed up each time. December, January is a shutdown time at the end of the year, and then July is another shutdown. One of them's for maintenance, and one of them's for refitting. I get it mixed up each time. Correct me, let me know. But basically, from July on, normally under normal circumstances, it goes all the way until December, to be honest. And for Synergy, there's more and more east loads from this point on. Right now, no, up until the last about the last week, we've had just a ridiculous amount of loads going everywhere, anywhere, all over the place. But that's been the deal for that. I would say also, I don't know how any other. Sorry, I'm not really talking very well right now. For those who have been drivers for maybe a longer time, if you're in the chat right now, what I have noticed, and let me know what you guys think. What I've noticed when I've been on track, kind of tracking the months. The first week of the month generally has has quite a bit more trailers, and then the second and the third week of the month generally has less, and then it picks up. It picks up again the fourth month at the end. So I generally see at the end of the month and the beginning of the month where it really kind of booms. For basically every month, I see little peaks and dips in those actual months that I see. So it's kind of a flowing up and down as you're in a larger season overall. So I don't know if this is actually helping, but I generally see from July to December, it picks up overall, but there's still low times in the middle of the months, and then higher times towards the end or the beginning of the month. So hopefully that helps. Hey, what's going on, man? Glad to have you with us. Titan, they are one of the few that will take older trucks. All right. Okay. Oh, gotcha. Sorry about that. So you're going with Titan. So how old is your truck? Awesome, Mike. Glad that helped you. Came out a little strange to me, but 2005 Ram 3500 with insurance for my older truck that's getting totaled. Gotcha. Okay. Awesome. I'm so glad you didn't say an 05 Ford, because I would have to cry for you, because that's what I had, an 05 Ford when I started this, and man, that was trouble. So an 05 Ram, I'm good with that. That should take care of you pretty well. So awesome. No 6s. I'm telling you, man. Wow. Yeah. I struggled with that. That was terrible. I had the truck. Man, I loved that interior. That Ford interior was just incredible. I really enjoyed that. But you can enjoy your interior when you're on the side of the road. But if the engine ain't running, you got bigger problems. So, oh man, my father-in-law has 2 6.4s. It has not been great. Yeah, you might suggest to him I think it's called powerstrokehelp.com or Powerstroke Help. I believe it's Bill Hewitt, or I think that's the guy's name. He is incredible. He knows the 6.0s, he knows the 6.4s or 6.4s, and he's really getting into the 6.7s as well. I know he for a few things on the 6.4s, he is basically done with. I think with the turbo, the stock turbo that it has in it, but man, he knows Fords like it's nobody's business. He's a YouTuber on here, so maybe have him check that out. Man, 2 6.4s. That's playing Russian roulette or something. I don't know. Let's see here. Did my first e-jar cleaning because I watched your video. It was so dirty at 185K. Wow. Awesome, man. Awesome. That is so cool to hear. Let me ask you, did I miss anything? Was there anything in that video that you had to kind of find somewhere else or anything? I tried my best on that video for the EGR, but yeah, let me know about that. I'm curious to see if that answered, literally was step by step. I think it was, but I really hope it was. It was solid. Awesome. All right. Let's see. Catch back up here. Over 30,000 in motors. Oh, my word. Wow. Oh, my word. Permanent tab on my desktop is tapped on my desktop. Okay. Yeah, man. Very good. Dumb question. With Synergy, do you see a number of loads going west under 750? So, yes, but west is, where west? West is pretty broad. Definitely, let's see, west it's under 750. So that's, probably going to be Missouri. Let me just pull up my GPS and just kind of try to map that out a little bit. 750. So Oklahoma's out of the picture because that's from Synergy, the closest Oklahoma in like Tulsa. That's I think that's close to 900 miles or something, or 800, something like that. So yeah, Missouri, like Iowa, definitely, absolutely. Minnesota, for sure. Arkansas, yeah, not as much Arkansas. Definitely Missouri's, kind of sprinkled throughout Missouri. Lots of Iowas I see on there. Some Illinois, not much, but that's a lot less than 750 miles. Hopefully that answered your question there, Mike. But yeah, there's definitely options, and probably if you were to expand that range a little bit higher, you're definitely going to see a pickup of more of those loads going west around 750 higher. Any tips on cleaning? Anything else on the DEF system? Unfortunately, I don't. But I'm so grateful for it. But I wish I could help you guys more. My truck is a 2012, which is the last year before they started using DEF. So I don't have DEF in my truck. I'm so grateful I don't. I only hear horror stories of it happening out on the road. I've got a buddy who he has a brand new. It was brand new. 2017 or 18, whatever it was. Ram 3/4 ton, and his DEF system decided to give him all the codes in the world and all these issues. And what he ended up doing was literally drilling a hole in the tank and then drained it all out, somehow got it plugged up, and then put new def in, and everything went perfectly fine, just like that. So not really sure. Yeah, I wish I could help on that more. I'm sorry. Oh man, for a long block for. Oh my word! For a 6'4", check your email. I'm sending you a pic of our motor swaps on them. Oh my word! $15,000. Oh my word! Frank, hi Daniel. Frank from Montreal, Canada. Awesome to have you here, man. Thanks for popping in. Hey Josh, thank you so much for that, man. That's crazy. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And again, I don't deserve any type of gifts like this. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much for that. Eugene Jensen, doesn't matter how comfortable the interior is on the Ford if the truck isn't running with no heat or AC. I'm telling you. Oh man. Yeah, man, it was a Ford 05 Lariat. It was a nicer truck, but it was older, so that's how I even got the Lariat. Completely decked out, had a sunroof, captain seats, everything on the steering wheel. It was a spaceship. Everything worked perfectly fine, besides things that actually mattered. And that seat had, oh man. I honestly do miss that seat. The Ram seat is just atrocious. Maybe my seat is just wore out, but man, I really struggled with that, with losing that Ford. That was a tough thing. Yeah, I really enjoyed that Ford, but that was not pretty. Yeah, so we've got 8 people in here, 8 likes. Very cool, very cool. Or whatever it shows for me there. Yeah. Okay, so Wisconsin, Minnesota. Frank says, how was your week of work? So I ended up having a little time off at the beginning of the week. My girlfriend had some vacation time. She either has to use it or lose it. So she used it, and I had a good time with her. Labor Day, Tuesday, and then went out on a load into Missouri. It was a shorter run. It was ridiculous money with this pay increase. I came back and had to do some things around the house, some serious stuff, and went up. It was going to be that Friday. Went up and I got a new thing for my truck. I am going to be sharing some new stuff, what's going on with my truck, and it may not be a big deal to you guys, but at some point I will be kind of going through everything on my truck, in my truck, and then in my bed, everything that's going on that I have, and kind of doing a walkthrough of stuff myself. I don't know if that'll be interesting to you guys or not, but definitely want to just show you what I have, and hopefully that can be help to you guys figuring out, you wouldn't want what I have, but something else that, sparks an idea, whatever, to make transporting easier for you, more convenient, able to have the tools that you need at your disposal. And one other thing that I've had a conversation with a buddy recently. We were talking about, our ideology, our thinking of of this business and what it really is. We have these trucks, we have a whole bunch of stuff in our bed, and we do what we got to do to sleep in the back seat, and then we haul these campers across the country. But how often do we actually consider our truck as a tool? We want to maintain our tools at home. Air compressor, you got to keep the oil in there. You sharpen the blades on your lawnmower. You change the oil filter. But on your truck, obviously they have a truck has all those things, but I think it's a different story when we consider our truck as a tool. When we have a truck as a business mindset, and we treat our trucks as if they're going to last forever when they're not. We don't have as much money in our maintenance fund as we should. We maybe neglect some things sometimes. And man, we've got to maintain. If we lose that tool, if we lose the truck itself, we're up a creek, seriously. So, just having that, switching that mindset, and maybe it's not that big of a leap for you guys, but for me, just considering, well, I have my truck and then I have all my tools, and I keep all my tools maintained. I take care of these things, keep them clean, keep them organized, all that stuff. And obviously I keep my truck maintained as best as I can, as much as I know. But man, having that mindset of you're holding back money for maintenance, for tires, your tool, your truck requires something of you to keep it going. And so we really have to have that maintenance mindset, that maintenance fund. You got to keep that maintenance flow coming, because when things go south, there's no mercy. So anyways, that's kind of a little rant there. Let's see. For review. Chris, somehow your thing got censored there. Sorry about that. We're able to check out my truck build on my channel. I can't remember who it was. There was two guys, Junkyard Dog Transport. I think I did see your video. I don't think I subscribed. I'm going to. Guys, check out his channel as well. Definitely want to share some love with these guys. Yeah, I have not been good with my email and getting back to responses lately. But yeah, I definitely am going to. I think I just saw your email pop up on there, your YouTube channel. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so definitely be checking that out. Agent Transport, hot shot and booked a RV from Michigan to Cali, and they backed it up on trailer, and so I went 1,500 backwards on an RV. Say RV was damaged. Whoa. Oh my word. RV was damaged. Winds in Wyoming. Last RV transport. Oh my. Oh man. That is not good. They backed it up onto the trailer. Huh. So was the back of the trailer like tore up, the actual like paneling or whatever? Or man, that does not sound. In Wyoming winds. Oh my word. Man, I'm curious to the roof. Ooh, yeah. I've seen enough roofs that the caulking and the sealant and all these things. Oh my word, just a tragedy of errors. And I can't imagine going backwards with it, because it's geared more towards going to the front with the wind going up that way. So wow, that sounds like a nightmare. The roof, solar panels, shake my head. Oh my, yeah. Window flapping in Wyoming. Oh, oh man. Oof. Not pretty. Oh my word. Yeah. Pulling a trailer backwards. I just don't know how that sounds like a good idea. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that would probably be my last RV transport. At least pulling backwards on a trailer. Wow. You ever have damage? Have I ever had damage? Yes, I have. And those are videos coming to you. And I noticed how I said videos, more than one. Ended up being responsible for. Still, yes. Yes. I'll share one of them right now, and I'm still probably going to make it into a video just to get it out there. I'm going to share how things really are out on the road, how it's been for me in 4 years. I had driver damage. It was before, I don't remember exactly when it was, but it was before Synergy started the driver safety program, safe mile program. Right now I'm at 200 and whatever loaded safe miles, 250 or I don't even remember what it is now. I don't think it can be that because my truck, it's got to be lower 200,000 safe miles, something like that. But basically, oops, my thing just disconnected. Let's see. Are you guys still there? Hello, hello? I don't know what's going on. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. Anyways, yeah, so before all that happened with the Safe Mile program, I had someone when I first started this job, I was pulling a fifth wheel, and this was one of the very first few fifth wheels I pulled. And so right before that, I had actually helped someone move that I know. I have a small little 10-foot utility trailer. You can drive a little rider mower onto it. It's 10 foot by 6 foot or something like that. Single axle, just a little small trailer. And I use that to help somebody move. And another person ended up standing on top of the tailgate, on top of the leg with the, whatever it's called, the arm to crank it up and down. And they stood on this, and they're not that heavy, but they stood on it, and then they loaded boxes. And I wasn't there to actually see it. I was inside the moving unit and everything, so I couldn't see that. But they damaged my fifth wheel tailgate, or not my fifth wheel tailgate. They damaged my tailgate. And so the latch was messed up, and it was one of those deals. I mean, it's the classic Ram, beat up tailgate, right in the center, right around where the latch is, and you can actually lock it, but you gotta really work with it and really sweet talk it. But I eventually was able to get it back in there. Didn't think anything else of it. I was able to get it secure. I shook it, wouldn't go anywhere. Well, it was the next day. That was like a Friday. I went up Saturday to Goshen, grabbed the fifth wheel. I'm on the way home, just a couple hours from Goshen, and I'd heard these noises, and I thought, nah, it's just a fifth wheel. I didn't hear those noises on my travel trailers when I've been pulling those, so it must be okay. So I get close to my house, and I pulled off, and I thought, man, I'm just going to check just to see before I actually get home. I got a bad feeling about this over the last couple hours driving home. What's going on back there? So I get out of my truck. I go to the back of the tailgate, and I'm standing there looking at my tailgate down, and I'm looking at the essentially where the arms come down in the front of the fifth wheel. The landing gears, where you put the battery and everything, and it has a big fold-out door. And you can probably see where this is going. Had this door, and my tailgate, by a couple of turns at least, absolutely murdered this door. Absolutely just crumpled it when I turned left or right. And it was just, oh my word. So Yes, I definitely have had driver damage. That door cost like $200 or $300, something like that. They took it from my bond. I'd already built up my bond account by then, and they took that money. I called as soon as it happened. I was almost home. I called the emergency line. Hey, or the what driver damage line. Hey, I got this issue. They said send some pictures, so I sent some pictures. They said, yeah, you're probably going to need to bring that back. So I said, okay. So I drove it back to Goshen and dropped it off in lot 1 where they want you to bring your damage. They might have changed it now. I haven't had driver damage in a long time, but at that time it was just lot 1 and for driver damage. It's probably lot 4 now for returns. But anyways, yeah, so that was $200 or $300 to replace that door. Thankfully, I didn't break any, the frame, or I didn't, mess up any of the gears or any electrical stuff in there. It was just the door that goes across, and wrecked that pretty good. But I was able to be dispatched, right after that. They just said, hey, it's going to come out of your bond account. It is what it is. And it was it was my fault. That tailgate had been damaged. I didn't do my due diligence and make sure it wasn't going to come, loose from hitting a bump, and then it comes unlatched. And so at some point on the way home, that tailgate came down, and I made a turn. And yeah, so I'm sure it's happened to other people, but man, it really stinks when it's you. So yeah, no way to fight that. That's all me. Let's catch up here. See, ended up being okay. Eugene, roof. The rolled roof is under the front, but sits on top of the back. Oh dear! So it will lift the roof, take off the vent covers also. Oh my word! Ouch! 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 Chris says this may be a touchy subject right now, but did you see that nomadic couple got dropped supposedly for being in the RV? I did see that. I watched their first video. I'm subscribed to them. I watched their first video talking through just the initial conversation, what happened. And then I watched their video of them talking. We just got deleased, and then I think they took that down. And then I saw their follow-up video, the updated video, talking through that, them getting deleased from Horizon. Definitely feel bad for them. If they weren't in the RV and people said they were and they got fired for that, that's pretty messed up. Maybe I think they had said that they were in a parking lot with multiple other RVs, other campers there, and maybe they saw that truck and put the trailer together and, oh, it's them, and whatever. But man, that's pretty wild for a company to delease you off of hearsay. And the truth is, they can delease you for, the wind blowing the wrong way, for you picking your nose in front of them. They don't need to have a reason. They can replace you. We are replaceable, even if you've been there for a long time. And that's the truth in any company. They can do what they want. You are replaceable, and so yeah, that's a tough situation. I don't know how can you defend something that you weren't even doing? That's just crazy to me. Yeah, I hope they find another good company. Yeah, feel bad for them. Let's see. These guys are saying it may need a whole new roof. Oh my word. Trying to figure out if I pay out of pocket or go through insurance. Ooh, a whole new roof. I imagine the labor on that has got to be insane, because I would assume there's got to be so many systems that go through your roof, obviously. Man, that's got to be a lot of labor and yeah, some parts and material, but man. Let's see. If you had DEF, would you still idle your truck like you are doing it now? I don't know. That's a good question. At the end of the day, you know, still the thought of going to a hotel is I couldn't do that. Even if you could find all those places, and the thought of staying in my truck without air ventilating and not having cool air. I'm a big dude, and I need some AC. I need some cool air even in the winter. I don't run my heat that much in the winter. I enjoy the cold. My body needs the cold. So for me, man, I may still do it and just pay the price later on. And maybe that's dumb to some people. But if you can't get comfortable sleep, if you're waking up in pools of sweat, because that's what it would be for me. Even if it's just lukewarm outside, if I have windows down, if I don't have cool air coming in, it can be rough for me at least. If I lost 100 pounds, maybe things would be a little easier on my body, but that's just where I'm at, and I would really have to fight myself on that with the deaf system and all those potential added headaches with that. Yeah. So am I caught up in the chat here? Yeah. What's your average MPG? Great question. Loaded and unloaded, I don't know. I see. Loaded, I'm in between 10. This is the best I can kind of give you. Loaded, I'm in between 10 exactly, and as I talked to my actually, has that video come out yet? I don't want to give it away, but actually, no, I have not. The video that's going to be dropping tomorrow, I actually talk about some of these things. Talk about fuel economy, so be looking out for my video tomorrow coming out. It's actually going to be talking about mileage, fuel economy, all that. But loaded, it's in between 10 and 11 and some change at the best right now, depending on wind and the trailer and the weight and all these things, that come up. Type of region that you're going to. Unloaded, empty, somewhere in between, I would say high 15s and low 17s. I've seen 18s, I've seen 19, but that's generally with a wind pushing me along. So that's kind of where I'm at. So the average of all that, I'm not really sure, but that's kind of where I'm at. Sorry, I can't give you too much more than that. Chris, us big boys are polar bears. We need the cold. Winter is my best time of the year, man. Yes, sir. Hold on. Ryder is he's moving around here. He's underneath the desk here. So, yeah, definitely. Every time I see the that Coke commercial, the old Coke commercial with the polar bear drinking the Coke, I'm like, man, that looks like a good time to me. Sitting there and you're just drinking a Coke there. Do you know any Canadians that are pulling RVs? I do not, Frank. I don't know. I'm sure there are some that do, but I don't. Sorry about that. Yeah, so we're at 54 minutes. I don't know. Do you guys want me to keep going? You guys heading to bed? Are you getting ready to go driving tomorrow? Just let me know here in the comments. I could probably stay on a little longer, but I'm not going to be getting up too early tomorrow for my load. I'm actually going to be able to visit one of my subscribers, one of you guys, down in Texas. He's been a big help, big support to me since he showed up very few subscribers that I had. So I'm going to be able to visit with my buddy for the first time down in Texas, and right after I drop off. And yeah, so let's see here. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Is there pizza coming? Oh man, Frank, you got me where it counts. I actually had Taco Bell. Had to have a wild strawberry freeze. That's my jam. Love strawberry anything, but man, no pizza tonight. Tiny home towing. Any experience with drive away? No, unfortunately not. I've got a buddy who has. I might be able to give some general ideas, tips, but I don't have any specific experience myself. Yeah. Chris, got to hit the sack. Have a good night. All right, man. Have a good night, Chris. Thanks for stopping by, hanging out. Yeah, man. Stay cool. Yeah. All right. So like I said, tomorrow I've got to finish up editing tomorrow's video. I'm hoping on Tuesday when I am down in Texas to get quite a bit of footage, probably get a couple videos knocked out that are on my list that I want to kind of go through and be a help to you guys. So I'm currently not using my GoPro right now. It has been rebelling. So I've got to get yet another. It's a crazy situation, but another SD card. The new one I got does not work, and I don't even know what's going on. But so I'll be using my phone. Hopefully, it'll be decent. But all right, man. So yeah. Sorry about this. I feel like I'm not really giving a lot of value to you guys tonight, but yeah. Anybody else want to share? Any thoughts? Any questions? Any ideas? Anything at all? If not, then I might wrap it up here. See if anybody else has anything. Have a safe trip to Texas. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. How often are you headed east? I haven't gone east in a little while. I've mostly been doing west or south more recently, but getting into these coming months, getting into winter or fall and then winter, whatever, I'll definitely be headed east a lot more. I usually only deliver to Connecticut, Mass, New Hampshire, Maine. That's pretty much it. I don't really care for. I'm forgetting the state. I've blocked it out of my memory. My truck does not care for Vermont. That's what it is. Vermont. Wow. My truck does not care for Vermont. My transmission decides to go into outer space temperatures. Actually, that'd be cold, but ridiculous hot. And so I definitely don't like going to Vermont. Myself, I avoid that like the plague because I don't want to murder my transmission. But everywhere else, I feel fairly comfortable going out east. But yeah, I'll definitely be going east coming up here in the future for sure. Let's see. Most loads headed to California and Texas and Florida. Definitely, yeah. Sorry, 1 second. Definitely California loads. Definitely Texas loads. Florida, I kind of mentioned that a little earlier. I don't see very many Florida loads at all. I definitely do if they're CDL from time to time, but I've not seen a non-CDL trailer going to Florida in some time. So, yeah, definitely California, Texas for sure. Let's see, Frank, Banks diff cover or another one. I'm definitely going to be getting Banks diff cover. Their videos on there, I've seen them. I've spent the time, a lot of time, watching their stuff, looking at their information on their cover. Just all the research they did to find out the best thing, and essentially, it's really your OEM, your original plate cover is really where it needs to be at. It has that right form fitting for the fluid to go the right way, and for everything to be actually lubricated the right way. Banks just has a bigger and better setup with those fins and everything. So when I get the money for that, I'm absolutely going to do that. I will absolutely make a video on installing that. I just need the money for it, and I don't have that right now. So, yeah, I think I have. Let's see, probably got another 40 or 50,000 miles before my next diff change. I gotta double check that, but something in there. Have you equipped your truck with a tuner 5-star tuning? No. That's the end of the chat there. And I'm getting a little tired. Yeah. Well, we're at an hour and a couple minutes here. Yeah, I think it's getting close to that for me. I really appreciate you guys jumping on here. We got 13 on the live stream, 14 now on the live stream. I'm a little toast. I don't know if you saw my community post earlier today, but at church today, our pastor he was down sick. He doesn't have COVID, but he needed somebody to fill in. So that's pretty much me. So I was preaching today, so that's why I didn't get the video uploaded today. It'll come up tomorrow, and so I'm kind of exhausted from that earlier today, and yeah, I might do maybe a live stream on maybe Tuesday evening, but anyways, sorry I got in late. John, thanks for joining though, man. Appreciate it. Going ahead to bed. Thank you again for your time. All right, 10-4. All right, guys. All right, well, looks like you guys are heading out, but thank you again for joining me on the live stream. I really appreciate it, and we will talk next time soon, hopefully, and have a great night, guys. See you.